Ladies and gentlemen, today we delve into a topic that resonates deeply with many of us: how to emotionally detach. In a world brimming with relationships, expectations, and the ebbs and flows of human connection, it becomes crucial to understand the power of emotional detachment. This isn't about shutting down our emotions or losing our capacity for love and empathy. Rather, it's about liberating ourselves from the weight of emotional burdens that can hinder our personal growth and peace of mind. When we learn to detach emotionally, we create space for clarity, healing, and a renewed sense of purpose. So let us explore this journey together, breaking down the barriers that hold us back and embracing a future where we can thrive without the shadows of emotional dependency. Understanding emotional attachment. Emotional attachment is a natural part of human relationships. We form bonds with others through shared experiences, love, and vulnerability. However, understanding the roots of these attachments is essential. They often stem from our needs for connection and validation, but when they become excessive, they can lead to pain and suffering. Recognizing when an attachment becomes unhealthy is the first step toward emotional detachment. It requires a deep reflection on the nature of our relationships and our emotional investments. Ask yourself, are you giving more than you're receiving? Are you losing your sense of self in the process? Understanding these dynamics can empower you to take charge of your emotional well-being. Our attachments can sometimes morph into dependencies, where our happiness becomes entangled with another person's actions or approval. This dependency can lead to feelings of inadequacy and anxiety, as we often find ourselves at the mercy of someone else's behavior. The realization that our happiness should not be dictated by others is liberating. When we acknowledge this, we can begin to disentangle our emotional well-being from external sources. The journey of detaching begins with the understanding that we have the power to cultivate our happiness and self-worth from within. Furthermore, emotional attachment often clouds our judgment. When we are overly attached, we may ignore red flags or compromise our values to maintain a relationship. This state of blindness can lead to unhealthy patterns that are detrimental to our personal growth. Thus, understanding emotional attachment becomes a tool for self-awareness. It helps us recognize when our relationships no longer serve us or align with our values. In this awareness lies the power to make conscious choices that prioritize our emotional health. The understanding of emotional attachment also invites us to explore the concept of love versus attachment. Love is a healthy connection that respects individuality, while attachment can often lead to possessiveness and fear of loss. Distinguishing between these two can guide us toward healthier relationships. By embracing love without attachment, we open ourselves to the possibility of connection that fosters growth rather than dependency. The process of understanding emotional attachment is a profound one, paving the way for emotional detachment that empowers us to build healthier connections in the future. In essence, understanding emotional attachment is about acknowledging the balance between connection and independence. By recognizing the nature of our attachments, we can take steps toward healthier emotional landscapes, fostering relationships that enrich our lives without compromising our inner peace. The importance of self-awareness. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which emotional detachment is built. To detach emotionally, we must first understand ourselves, our thoughts, feelings, and triggers. Self-awareness allows us to observe our emotions without judgment, helping us to identify when our feelings are becoming overwhelming or irrational. It is through this lens of awareness that we can begin to recognize the patterns of our emotional responses. This journey of self-exploration encourages us to ask critical questions. Why do certain situations affect us so deeply? What do we truly desire from our relationships? As we develop self-awareness, we become attuned to our needs and boundaries. Emotional detachment doesn't mean becoming cold or indifferent. Rather, it signifies a profound understanding of what serves us and what does not. When we are self-aware, we can communicate our needs clearly, fostering healthier interactions with others. This clarity protects us from emotional turmoil and helps us navigate our relationships with intention. By setting boundaries rooted in self-awareness, we shield ourselves from the emotional upheaval that often comes with unhealthy attachments. Moreover, self-awareness aids in recognizing emotional triggers. These triggers often stem from past experiences and unresolved issues. By identifying what triggers our emotional responses, we can begin to address the underlying causes rather than merely reacting to the surface emotions. This proactive approach empowers us to take charge of our emotional landscape, allowing us to respond thoughtfully instead of impulsively. In this way, self-awareness becomes a powerful ally in the journey toward emotional detachment. In addition, self-awareness fosters emotional resilience. When we are aware of our emotions and their origins, we become more equipped to handle challenging situations. Instead of being overwhelmed by feelings of sadness, anger, or anxiety, we can observe these emotions with curiosity and understanding. This perspective allows us to respond constructively rather than reactively, cultivating a sense of calm amid emotional turbulence. Through self-awareness, we learn to navigate the stormy seas of our emotions with grace and poise. Ultimately, cultivating self-awareness is a lifelong journey. It requires commitment, reflection, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. However, the rewards are immeasurable. By becoming more self-aware, we lay the groundwork for emotional detachment that promotes our growth and well-being. In this state of awareness, we can engage with others authentically while preserving our sense of self and emotional health. Identifying unhealthy relationships. Not all relationships are healthy, and part of emotional detachment involves identifying those that are detrimental to our well-being. Unhealthy relationships can take various forms, be it a toxic friendship, an unsupportive partnership, or a family dynamic rooted in conflict. Recognizing the signs of an unhealthy relationship is vital for our emotional health. Are you constantly feeling drained after interactions? Do you find yourself compromising your values to maintain peace? These are red flags that should not be ignored. Once we identify unhealthy relationships, we must evaluate the impact they have on our lives. It is crucial to understand that our emotional well-being is directly linked to the quality of our relationships. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who uplift us, support our growth, and respect our boundaries is essential for cultivating a healthy emotional environment. Conversely, relationships that are toxic or draining can lead to feelings of worthlessness and anxiety, hindering our personal growth and happiness. In identifying unhealthy relationships, we also learn to recognize patterns that may have persisted over time. Often, these patterns are rooted in our past experiences and beliefs. For instance, if we have been conditioned to believe that love equals suffering, we may find ourselves gravitating toward relationships that reinforce this belief. Awareness of these patterns is critical in breaking the cycle of unhealthy attachments. By consciously choosing to distance ourselves from relationships that do not serve our highest good, we create space for healthier connections that align with our values. Furthermore, the process of identifying unhealthy relationships requires courage. It may mean letting go of people we once considered important in our lives. However, true growth often necessitates discomfort. By prioritizing our emotional health, we pave the way for relationships that bring joy, support, and fulfillment. The act of detaching from unhealthy connections is not an act of abandonment, rather, it is a declaration of self-love and respect. Ultimately, identifying unhealthy relationships is a powerful step toward emotional detachment. It empowers us to take charge of our emotional well-being and foster connections that nurture our souls. In this journey, we learn that we deserve relationships that uplift us, allowing us to thrive as individuals while nurturing healthy connections with others. Practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is a transformative practice that can significantly aid in the journey of emotional detachment. At its core, mindfulness is about being present in the moment, observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. When we cultivate mindfulness, we develop the ability to step back from our emotions and observe them from a distance. This perspective is essential for emotional detachment, as it allows us to recognize our feelings without becoming overwhelmed by them. Through mindfulness, we learn to create a space between ourselves and our emotional responses. For instance, when faced with a triggering situation, rather than reacting impulsively, mindfulness encourages us to pause and observe our emotions. This pause can prevent us from engaging in destructive behaviors or getting caught up in negative thought patterns. Instead of being swept away by emotions, we can respond thoughtfully, ensuring our reactions align with our values and goals. Moreover, mindfulness fosters self-acceptance. As we become more aware of our emotions, we also learn to accept them without judgment. This acceptance is crucial for emotional detachment, as it enables us to acknowledge our feelings without letting them define us. When we accept our emotions as temporary experiences rather than permanent states, we empower ourselves to navigate life's challenges with greater ease. Mindfulness teaches us that emotions are not our enemies, rather, they are signals that guide us toward deeper understanding. In addition, practicing mindfulness encourages us to be present in our interactions with others. When we engage with others mindfully, we cultivate deeper connections built on mutual understanding and respect. This presence enhances our ability to communicate our needs and boundaries clearly, fostering healthier relationships. By being fully present, we can approach our interactions with intention, ensuring that our emotional energy is invested in relationships that nourish us. Ultimately, mindfulness is a powerful tool for emotional detachment. It equips us with the skills to observe our emotions without becoming ensnared by them, fostering self-acceptance and enhancing our connections with others. As we practice mindfulness, we cultivate a sense of inner peace that allows us to navigate the complexities of life with grace and clarity. Setting healthy boundaries. Setting healthy boundaries is a critical aspect of emotional detachment. Boundaries define what we are comfortable with and what we are not, serving as a protective shield for our emotional well-being. When we establish clear boundaries, we communicate our needs and expectations to others, fostering relationships based on mutual respect. Without boundaries, we risk becoming overwhelmed by the demands and expectations of others, leading to emotional burnout and resentment. Understanding the importance of boundaries begins with self-reflection. We must assess our limits, what feels acceptable and what crosses the line for us. This self-awareness is essential for identifying situations that may compromise our emotional health. Once we have a clear understanding of our boundaries, we can communicate them assertively. This communication is vital. It allows others to understand our needs and helps prevent misunderstandings. When we articulate our boundaries clearly, we foster an environment where our emotional health is prioritized. Furthermore, setting boundaries requires courage. It may mean disappointing others or standing firm in the face of pushback. However, it is crucial to remember that prioritizing our emotional well-being is not selfish, it is necessary. Healthy boundaries enable us to protect our energy and maintain our sense of self in relationships. They create a space where we can engage authentically, free from the fear of being taken for granted or overwhelmed by the emotional demands of others. In addition, setting boundaries encourages self-respect. When we honor our limits, we send a powerful message to ourselves and others: our emotional health matters. This self-respect fosters a sense of empowerment, allowing us to engage in relationships that uplift and support us. By cultivating healthy boundaries, we can create connections that honor our individuality while fostering mutual growth. Ultimately, setting healthy boundaries is an essential step in the journey of emotional detachment. It empowers us to take control of our emotional landscape, ensuring that we engage in relationships that align with our values and well-being. As we establish and communicate our boundaries, we pave the way for healthier connections that nurture our growth and emotional health. Letting go of the past. Letting go of the past is an integral part of emotional detachment. Many of us carry the weight of past experiences, traumas, disappointments, and regrets into our present lives. This baggage can cloud our judgment and hinder our ability to forge healthy connections. Recognizing the need to release these burdens is a powerful step toward emotional freedom. The process of letting go begins with acknowledgement. We must confront the emotions associated with our past experiences rather than suppressing or avoiding them. This confrontation allows us to process our feelings and understand their impact on our current relationships. By facing our past head-on, we create an opportunity for healing and growth. It is essential to give ourselves permission to feel our emotions without judgment, recognizing that they are valid expressions of our experiences. Moreover, letting go involves a conscious decision to release the hold that the past has on us. This decision requires courage and commitment. It may mean forgiving others who have hurt us, as well as forgiving ourselves for past mistakes. Forgiveness is not about condoning hurtful behavior. Rather, it is about freeing ourselves from the emotional chains that bind us. By letting go of grudges and resentment, we reclaim our power and create space for new experiences and relationships. In addition, the process of letting go can be facilitated through practices such as journaling, therapy, or meditation. These practices allow us to explore our feelings in a safe and supportive environment. By expressing our thoughts and emotions, we gain clarity and insight into our past, enabling us to navigate our present with a renewed sense of purpose. As we release the emotional burdens of the past, we cultivate a sense of lightness and freedom that empowers us to engage more fully in our lives. Ultimately, letting go of the past is a transformative journey. It requires patience, self-compassion, and the willingness to confront our emotions. However, the rewards are profound. By releasing the hold of past experiences, we open ourselves to new possibilities, healthier relationships, and a greater sense of emotional freedom. In this process, we learn that our past does not define us. Rather, it is a stepping stone toward our growth and healing. Embracing change. Change is an inevitable part of life, and embracing it is essential for emotional detachment. Many of us resist change out of fear of the unknown, fear of loss, or fear of discomfort. However, understanding that change can lead to growth is crucial. Embracing change allows us to break free from stagnant patterns and open ourselves to new opportunities. The first step in embracing change is to shift our mindset. Instead of viewing change as a threat, we can choose to see it as an opportunity for transformation. This shift in perspective empowers us to approach change with curiosity and openness. By reframing our thoughts, we can cultivate a sense of excitement about the possibilities that change can bring. This mindset shift encourages us to step outside our comfort zones and explore new avenues for growth. Moreover, embracing change requires a willingness to let go of the familiar. This process can be uncomfortable, as it often involves stepping into the unknown. However, it is essential to recognize that growth often lies beyond our comfort zones. When we allow ourselves to explore new paths, we create opportunities for personal development and emotional healing. Embracing change means trusting ourselves to navigate the challenges that come with it, knowing that we are capable of adapting and thriving. In addition, embracing change invites us to cultivate resilience. As we face new challenges, we learn to develop coping strategies and problem-solving skills. This resilience empowers us to confront adversity with confidence, knowing that we have the tools to overcome obstacles. By embracing change, we build our emotional strength, equipping ourselves to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and resilience. Ultimately, embracing change is a vital aspect of emotional detachment. It encourages us to step into our power, explore new opportunities, and cultivate resilience in the face of uncertainty. By learning to embrace change, we free ourselves from the constraints of fear and open ourselves to a future filled with possibilities. Seeking professional help. Seeking professional help is a courageous and essential step in the journey of emotional detachment. Many individuals carry emotional burdens that they may not be equipped to handle alone. Therapy or counseling can provide a safe space to explore our emotions, confront past traumas, and develop coping strategies. Recognizing the need for support is a sign of strength, not weakness. Professional help allows us to gain insights that we may not have considered on our own. A trained therapist can offer valuable perspectives and tools to help us navigate our emotions effectively. This guidance can be instrumental in understanding the roots of our emotional attachments and developing strategies for healthy detachment. Through therapy, we learn to process our feelings in a constructive way, facilitating healing and growth. Moreover, seeking professional help fosters accountability. When we work with a therapist, we create a supportive environment that encourages us to confront our emotions and behaviors. This accountability can be transformative, empowering us to take ownership of our emotional health. The therapeutic process encourages us to explore our thoughts and feelings deeply, fostering self-awareness and personal growth. In addition, therapy provides an opportunity to learn new coping skills. A trained professional can introduce us to techniques such as cognitive behavioral therapy, mindfulness practices, or emotional regulation strategies. These skills are invaluable in the journey toward emotional detachment, equipping us with tools to navigate life's challenges effectively. By incorporating these strategies into our daily lives, we cultivate resilience and emotional strength. Ultimately, seeking professional help is a vital component of emotional detachment. It allows us to confront our emotions in a safe and supportive environment, fostering healing and growth. By engaging with a therapist, we empower ourselves to take charge of our emotional well-being, equipping ourselves with the skills and insights necessary for a fulfilling life. Cultivating emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand and manage our emotions while recognizing the emotions of others. Cultivating emotional intelligence is essential for emotional detachment, as it allows us to navigate our relationships with empathy and awareness. By developing our emotional intelligence, we can engage with our feelings in a constructive way, fostering healthier connections with ourselves and others. The first step in cultivating emotional intelligence is self-awareness. By understanding our emotions and their triggers, we can respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This awareness allows us to identify patterns in our emotional responses, helping us to navigate challenging situations with greater ease. As we become more self-aware, we can also recognize how our emotions impact our interactions with others, paving the way for more meaningful connections. Furthermore, emotional intelligence encourages us to practice empathy. When we develop the ability to understand and appreciate the emotions of others, we cultivate deeper connections built on mutual respect and understanding. Empathy allows us to engage in relationships without becoming emotionally entangled, fostering a sense of connection without dependency. This balance is crucial for emotional detachment, as it enables us to support others while maintaining our emotional boundaries. In addition, cultivating emotional intelligence enhances our communication skills. When we are attuned to our emotions and those of others, we can express our needs and boundaries more effectively. This clarity in communication fosters healthier relationships, as it allows us to engage authentically without fear of misunderstanding. By practicing open and honest communication, we create an environment where emotional health is prioritized, benefiting all parties involved. Ultimately, cultivating emotional intelligence is a lifelong journey. It requires commitment, reflection, and a willingness to confront our emotions honestly. However, the rewards are profound. By developing our emotional intelligence, we empower ourselves to navigate life's challenges with grace and understanding, fostering connections that nurture our growth while preserving our emotional well-being. Building a supportive network. Building a supportive network is a vital component of emotional detachment. Our relationships significantly impact our emotional well-being, and surrounding ourselves with individuals who uplift and support us is essential for personal growth. A supportive network serves as a buffer against the emotional challenges we face, providing a safe space for us to share our experiences and feelings without judgment. The first step in building a supportive network is identifying individuals who resonate with our values and goals. These may be friends, family members, colleagues, or mentors who share our vision for growth and well-being. When we surround ourselves with positive influences, we create an environment conducive to emotional detachment. This environment encourages us to pursue our goals without feeling weighed down by negativity or unhealthy dynamics. Moreover, nurturing these relationships requires intentionality. It is essential to invest time and energy into our connections, ensuring that we foster open communication and mutual respect. By actively engaging with our support network, we create a space where we can share our struggles and triumphs. This exchange fosters a sense of belonging and reinforces our commitment to emotional health. In addition, a supportive network provides valuable perspectives. When we share our experiences with others, we gain insights that can help us navigate our emotional landscape. Friends and mentors can offer encouragement, wisdom, and alternative viewpoints that enrich our understanding of our emotions. This support enhances our emotional resilience, empowering us to face challenges with confidence. Ultimately, building a supportive network is essential for emotional detachment. It allows us to engage with others in a meaningful way while maintaining our boundaries. By surrounding ourselves with individuals who uplift and inspire us, we create a foundation for personal growth and emotional well-being. This support system nurtures our journey toward emotional freedom, empowering us to navigate life's challenges with strength and grace. Practicing mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness is a transformative tool for emotional detachment. Mindfulness encourages us to remain present and engaged in the moment, fostering a deeper understanding of our thoughts and feelings. By cultivating mindfulness, we create a space for self-reflection and awareness, allowing us to navigate our emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. The first step in practicing mindfulness is developing a regular practice. This may involve meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply taking moments throughout the day to pause and reflect. By incorporating mindfulness into our daily routines, we train our minds to become more aware of our emotions and their impact on our behavior. This awareness empowers us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, fostering emotional detachment. Moreover, mindfulness encourages us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. Instead of suppressing or avoiding uncomfortable emotions, we can acknowledge them with compassion. This acknowledgement allows us to process our feelings more effectively, reducing their hold on us. By practicing non-judgmental awareness, we create a sense of emotional space that enables us to engage with our emotions constructively. In addition, mindfulness enhances our ability to regulate our emotions. When we cultivate awareness of our emotional landscape, we can identify triggers and patterns that may lead to emotional entanglement. This awareness equips us with the tools to manage our responses, allowing us to navigate challenging situations with grace and resilience. As we practice mindfulness, we learn to detach from our emotions, viewing them as passing experiences rather than defining aspects of our identity. Ultimately, practicing mindfulness is a powerful tool for emotional detachment. It empowers us to engage with our emotions consciously and intentionally, fostering a sense of balance and clarity. By cultivating mindfulness, we create space for self-reflection and growth, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with a renewed sense of purpose. Prioritizing self-care. Prioritizing self-care is essential for emotional detachment. In our fast-paced world, it is easy to neglect our well-being in favor of external demands. However, self-care is not a luxury, it is a necessity for maintaining our emotional health. By prioritizing self-care, we equip ourselves with the tools needed to navigate our emotions effectively and engage in healthy relationships. The first step in prioritizing self-care is recognizing its importance. Self-care encompasses various activities that nourish our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Whether through exercise, hobbies, or relaxation techniques, engaging in self-care practices allows us to recharge and rejuvenate. By making self-care a priority, we signal to ourselves that our emotional health matters. Moreover, prioritizing self-care requires setting boundaries. It is essential to carve out time for ourselves amidst life's demands. This may mean saying no to certain obligations or delegating tasks that drain our energy. By establishing boundaries that protect our time and energy, we create space for self-care activities that nurture our well-being. This intentionality is vital for maintaining our emotional health and resilience. In addition, self-care encourages self-reflection. When we prioritize self-care, we create opportunities to check in with ourselves, assessing our emotional state and identifying areas that may need attention. This self-reflection fosters self-awareness and empowers us to address any emotional challenges constructively. By taking the time to care for ourselves, we cultivate a sense of balance and clarity that enhances our emotional well-being. Ultimately, prioritizing self-care is a vital component of emotional detachment. It equips us with the tools needed to navigate life's challenges while honoring our emotional health. By making self-care a priority, we empower ourselves to engage authentically in our relationships, fostering connections that uplift and inspire us. Ladies and gentlemen, today we've explored the journey of emotional detachment, a vital skill for fostering healthy relationships and personal well-being. By understanding and implementing the keynotes discussed, we can cultivate a deeper sense of self-awareness and resilience. Let us embrace the power of emotional detachment, recognizing that it allows us to engage with life authentically, free from the burdens of unhealthy emotional entanglements. Together, we can navigate the complexities of our emotions, fostering connections that nurture our growth while honoring our individual journeys. Emotional detachment is not about closing ourselves off from our feelings or becoming indifferent. Rather, it is a powerful tool for enhancing our emotional well-being and nurturing healthy relationships. By embracing the principles of self-awareness, setting healthy boundaries, practicing mindfulness, and prioritizing self-care, we equip ourselves to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. The journey of emotional detachment encourages us to cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and our emotions, enabling us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. As we learn to recognize and release unhealthy attachments, we create space for authentic connections that uplift and inspire us. Let us commit to practicing emotional detachment as a means of fostering personal growth and enriching our relationships. By doing so, we honor our individual journeys while embracing the beauty of our shared experiences. Together, we can create a community that celebrates emotional health, empowering each other to thrive in our personal and collective endeavors. Thank you.